Welcome to the Healing Hour. I am your host, Athena Rodriguez, and we'll be having some healing conversations. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's episode of the Healing Hour podcast. Today we have a repeat offender. Not repeat. We have one of my very, very best friends, Alanna, back for a second episode. Y'all might remember her from the Girl Just Focus on Yourself episode.
Please do.
And I'm gonna let Alanna reintroduce herself with her. It's been a year, bro. Yeah. So you have a new title.
Oh yeah.
You have a new title. Let us talk a little bit about that.
My name is Alanna. This is my best friend. Been at it for almost 10 years.
4L.
Yeah, 4L. Yeah, I'm a director now. I've just produced my first pilot for my show called Sugar. It's coming out. I have a few more projects coming out. I can't really tell you too many details, but be on the lookout. And you can follow my page at Ronnie's Productions. It'll show everything that I'm doing. Media coming soon.
Period. So last time we left off on life has literally changed so much, guys. What's changed? Everything. Relationships have changed. Friendships have changed. Family has changed. Last names have changed.
Not last name.
Alanna gave herself a new last name.
Oh, yeah.
Started her own lineage.
Oh, yeah.
Ronice is her new last name.
Oh, yeah, Ronice. I am a Ronice now. I don't know any other name. Alanna Ronice. Like Ronnie and Denise. Ronice, not Ronice. Ronice. That's me. Yeah.
And I feel like that all came with boundaries.
Yeah.
I feel like the new boundaries that we've drawn for ourselves has really manifested a whole new reality to where it's I can't even place myself mentally or emotionally or physically where I was the last time we filmed this episode.
Oh, I'm not that same person I was. I don't think I was a Ronice then. I was becoming.
You was becoming.
Yeah.
On your Michelle Obama shit.
Oh, yeah. Becoming. Yeah, I can't. Now that I think about it, I'm such a different person. I've had so much growth, so much personal development. I was a strong soldier. I asked God not to put me on that list this year, but I mean,
it's progress.
I'm kind of on the list, but I'm at the bottom. I'm not at the top. Last year, I was at the top.
At the top.
Okay.
I feel that.
Just slowly take me off.
Right.
And we can be good.
I feel like we're in a transitional spot right now, which is a great place to be. It's not in a struggle spot. It's in a transitional, know. It's uncomfortable. Don't get me wrong. It's not where we want to be right now, but it's, it's a transition, something that we can move with, groove with a little bit. So, yeah, I definitely think that I feel like whenever you're in your, this year I turned 25.
Okay. First quarter.
Period. And when I turned 25, my frontal lobe just developed. I don't know. It was the day, literally the night that I turned 25, I was like, there's just certain SHIT that I'm not dealing with no more. There's a certain people that I have no desire. Not even just I don't want to, but I have no desire to deal with things, put up with things. And it literally happened the night I turned 25. And life has been real peaceful since. I mean, a little bumps along the way, but it was nothing compared to last year.
Yeah. You know what? When I hit 25, that was the most ghetto-ish year I've ever had. I felt like I was fighting for my life. I had family being fake. I lost a lot of friends. But I'm grateful for it because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be who I am today.
Right.
My boundaries would not be where they are. My people-pleasing tendencies, they would, say, when I was 25, that's when I was getting ready to drop my name. So now that I'm 28 now, it's I've calmed down.
Right.
And just seeing my progression from my early 20s to now, I'm a totally different person.
Right.
It took a lot for me to become this calm and this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
I
really
remember in the
happy.
group chat every single day it was World War III.
Every day
I
for
feel like
20.
now it's kind of like I feel like just being your friend now, I kind of see you kind of letting things ride on a little bit more rather than like that you got me fucked up. Text messages. I'm like, okay, like we
Athena,
chilling now.
it's
Like,
been a year since I read somebody via text message, and I'm so happy about that because I'm learning everything does not need a reaction.
and it don't.
And I'm learning silence is the best teacher for everybody that got me messed
That
up.
part.
Because when I think about it, I don't owe nobody nothing. I don't owe no explanation. I don't gotta do nothing I don't wanna do.
And don't. I feel like that's just
So
such like a freeing kind of feeling. Like just having this frontal lobe developed a little bit more. Like I noticed that I don't crash out that much. Like my crash outs look so much different now. To where
it's
like
psychological now.
literally like now it's like okay like I'm gonna still get my lick back but in a different way.
See,
I'm not necessarily running people off the roads anymore. Like, I'm not putting nobody in the hospital.
yo,
T T like I'm not doing what I used to
heavy on the
do. I'm not
hospital.
calling nobody till their phone catches on fire. Like
I mean, I'm not gonna say
it's just
like,
different now. Like
okay. So we say crash out.
crash out. Like
Like I'm okay, cause God is still working on me. Like, cause like I said, it's been a long time. I'm not all the way there yet. Like I'm right here and here where I need to be. But like sometimes you know, what's it called? Backslide.
mm-hmm.
Cause what Meg say? A lot of stuff I should have walked away from,
Yeah.
but it kept bringing me back.
I mean, but we still working though. Like we're still that's 20 somethings are for messing up. I mean, really 30 somethings, 40 somethings. We just keep messing up period because we're human beings and we mess up.
Yeah.
But I feel like your crucial mistakes are in your 20s. Like your real big ones, like it was just a lack of knowing better. I feel like whenever you mess up in your 30s, 40s, 50s, it's because you know better and you're still messing up. I feel like your 20s is I was just a baby. Like
I was just a baby.
I was
Like you
just a
only been an adult.
child.
So you become an adult at 18, right?
Yeah.
But in our community, at 18, you're not grown.
Right.
So
At
you
25, we not grown in our
at all.
community.
I'm 28.
At all.
Let me go on a trip without telling my folks.
Let me be at my grandma's house and leave after 5 p.m.
Exactly.
See how that
you're
works.
not grown. But you know, it's a lot you gotta learn. Like if you think about it, at 18 you become an adult. I've only been an adult for 10 years. I'm still learning. I'm
Literally.
still learning. So like all
Yeah.
that crashing out stuff, don't judge me, but it's like sometimes I just want to do it for the plot.
I feel like we all been there. Like sometimes, I mean, I have my own kind of like plotty kind of behaviors, still, but I feel like I'm just more tired now. Like
I don't have the energy.
I did too much for the plot too soon, and I feel like that's why I'm chilling now.
I mean, and I feel like in your early 20s, that's when you really go hard for the plot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
It was
see,
just like being dumb. Like
it, in my early 20s, I felt like I was more of an adult than I am now.
really?
Because think about it, I was in school, I worked a lot. I didn't really have time for anything. I wasn't even texting folks back.
Right.
Remember, you and Brittany would be in the group chat and have like 300 messages.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be like, girl, I'm at work. I didn't have
Mm-hmm.
time for the shenanigans. But now I got time. But I don't have time because I got to focus.
Right.
But it's just like, dang.
That's like the different dynamics in like friendships. Period. Like I feel like you have certain homegirls who like jumped off the porch a little too soon, like me, and like I wanted to get tatted up before I was 18. I wanted to do this. I wanted to have a
And you
grown
did get
boyfriend
tatted
in
up.
high school, which is why I didn't go to prom. I didn't do anything that teenagers did because I was trying to be grown.
Was
And
I a
then,
bad influence?
nah, it was me.
No, bro.
Nah, I was just hot. I was fast. Like,
Bro, nah, because like,
now that I'm just chill, like now I'm literally like mentally I feel like I feel like older than 25 at this point. I just feel like,
You've been
okay,
grown for a minute, bro.
I had a lot of lessons from jumping off the porch and scraping myself, scraping my whole knees up by trying to be grown too soon. So now that I'm actually out of age, I kind of have those regrets that they would tell me that I would have. That I was like, no, I would never have a regret of having those experiences while everybody in my classes were in class, and I was not. Now I'm like, dang, like prom would have been cool. Like walking with my high school class for graduation, that would have been cool. I just decided to rush everything. So now that I'm in my mid 20s, I just slowed it down like all the way. Like even with dating, like in my teenage years, I thought it was so important to have a boyfriend and to be in a relationship, to be a girlfriend. Not only was I a girlfriend, you already know, I was being wifey too early. Like cooking for this man, cleaning for this man,
Yo, you was 16.
doing all that for
At
a 21 for a
16.
20-year old. Like
Oh, you should have. I should have called the laws.
I should have called the police.
But like,
Like, so now I'm just like, now that I'm comfortable with myself, I don't really need male company like that how I thought I did, and I'm just comfortable. Just we travel every year, we do fun stuff. Like I'm chilling.
yeah, like when it came to relationships, my mom told me don't take none of that serious. She
Mm,
like my mom. I will say if it wasn't for her, I don't know. I'd probably be different because like when I was in high school, yeah, I like guys, but then it's just like I'm not gonna be with y'all.
mm-hmm.
You know, and then I look back and I'm like, oh my God, I made a great decision not to date any of y'all. And
Right.
then, you know, I just, I say in my early 20s, I didn't start taking relationships serious until my mid 20s.
Yeah.
And that's when
Cause I've only seen you with one serious boyfriend,
child,
and I've always like prided, not myself, because it wasn't me that did it, but like prided myself on having a friend like you. Like I have a homegirl who, she don't even pay attention to these dudes. Like she
bruh,
don't chase dudes. She be about her work. She about her school.
real
I used to
Capricorn
always
shit.
period. Like I used to be like, okay, like y'all homegirls out here chasing, uh, these dudes while my homegirls are out here on their grind. Like period.
Bro. But it's just like, because my mom always told me you got plenty of time for that. And at 28, I look back and I'm like, yeah, I got plenty of time for that. But see, the only thing is, like, that heartbreak hit different.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the downside of starting a date in your mid 20s. Like
yeah, like I mean, I've had my feelings hurt before as a teenager, but you know,
it
it's
hit
not this
different
way.
when you got car note and rent and, and bills
Yo,
and the whole big girl salary. And you got to be heartbroken reporting back to these people on Monday morning.
I remember going to work. It was one time I went to work and
Mm-hmm.
I was just sick the whole day. I was just so sad. And then I look back and I'm like, why? What was I
That
sad over?
heartbreak.
And then I remember because you know me, I have a thing where like I don't really like to show emotion. I don't like it's awkward. I'm very awkward.
Real Capricorn
And
shit.
so I remember one time I went home, I was crying. Then I started laughing at myself because, girl, why are you crying?
That's the only
And I'm
thing. In
like,
high school, when I was getting my heart broke, I just call it a school. I call it sick.
not calling it a high school sick.
I'll be like, y'all must. I threw up. I gotta go home.
Bro,
As an adult, you can't just get your heart broken and continue a business.
I had lost weight. I was just like, bruh, this is ghetto. Like,
It's dark.
and then I'm like, why am I sad about somebody I know I wasn't gonna be with forever anyways? It
Feelings
just
don't make no sense.
but it's really ghetto. But my thing is, as a person that's very private, it hit different for me because you know I'm real private. Y'all don't know stuff till like after it happened.
Yeah.
Like
Even as her best friend, y'all. If you've ever been friends with, like, either like, I feel like Capricorns and Scorpios have this in common, but especially Capricorns have this, is like, y'all don't tell y'all business. Like, y'all know everybody business, but y'all don't tell y'all business till like 10 years later. Like, girl, you did what?
oh yeah,
What
it's still some
happened?
stuff I gotta tell you, but I because my thing is let me process this first and then talk about it Because if I tell you what's going on, there might be more to the story.
I'm
So
screaming.
then when I come back, you're gonna be like, well, I thought exactly it didn't stop. So, I yeah, as a person that's private and like me bringing folks around my family, that really hit
Yeah.
different for me. And then me telling my friends, oh no. I can't go outside. I really felt like I went outside, but that's why like that year, what was that, 2021?
Think so.
Bruh,
Yeah.
everybody was coming for me. 25 is a good year for you, but 25 for me, yo, the ops were everywhere.
Was that during your Saturn return, or have you not had it yet?
I think it's supposed to start at 27.5. So
Mm.
around this time last year, that's
Okay.
when, everything hit the fan for me. But, I'm still here. I'm breathing. I'm still here.
I survived. I
I
survived a
survived.
true life. I survived a heartbreak.
Bruh.
That
But
it's no joke though. Like,
but I look back and I just laugh because it's like you got to remember that rejection is protection.
mm,
Because the stuff that I did after my breakup, bro, my life has been lit.
period.
I've had fun. Like
Hey, let's
it's
talk about that. Like, let's talk about how
let's talk about
sometimes,
it.
like, let's talk about it. Like,
Let's
let's talk
talk
about
about
how,
it.
like, we have this idea of what we want from somebody that we think we want at the time, and then we lose them. Usually, they do something and they can't go on to
We
our
don't
next.
lose them, they lose
They
us.
lose us.
Mm-hmm.
True.
It's never my loss, honey.
And they can't make it to the next level. And then we feel so dreadful. We feel so heartbroken over spilled milk, essentially. Because, anything that's meant for you won't pass you by.
Mm-hmm.
And where an ego is holding on to a relationship that's no longer serving us. It already taught us whatever lesson it was meant to teach before they moved on to the next lesson. And we're sitting here literally in sorrow for some shit that wasn't supposed to work out.
Yo, yeah. All I know is rejection is God's protection.
It is.
Because if you think about it, the people that are no longer in your life, the relationships that didn't last, the people you had to cut off, it all makes sense. Like, I always feel like if somebody left my life and my life got better after they left, I wasn't the problem. I
Mm,
wasn't the problem. And where I'm going, you can't go with me. For whatever
right.
reason, God don't see you fit in my story. And that's okay because
Everybody has a little role that they play in everybody
yeah.
they meet. Kind of like the last time's episode where we were talking about we have contracts with each other that we came here, we fulfill these contracts, and we're supposed to separate. So, and whenever you don't, I've been in those situations where I'm a stubborn person. You know me.
Yeah.
When I have my head set on something, I'm a stubborn satch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Big stubborn.
sometimes God don't like that.
You be making God
I
mad.
be
I be
make
making God
I
mad
know
too.
my angel guys be pissed because they're like, "Girl, let go." And I'm like holding on to something, and every time they make the separation worse and worse and worse. Like when someone's not supposed to be in your timeline anymore and you try to make it fit like a puzzle piece that doesn't fit anymore,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna get worse. Every time they start messing up, it's gonna get worse. You're gonna hurt harder. Every time I should have left a man alone or a friend alone, and and I
Yo.
continue to see the good in them and want them to be a part of my story still, I get hurt really bad, like worse than the last time. And it's instead of just letting the scar, heal, it's like I'm cutting deeper into a wound that's still bleeding,
Yeah. But see, I feel like everybody is just wired differently. Because my mom and my sister told me I give people too many chances. Because they'll just cut somebody off right then and there. But they'll let them back in.
Mm.
Me, I feel like, I'm going to let you keep sliding, keep sliding, keep sliding. Till eventually I get tired.
Yeah,
And then one thing about me, once I get tired, that door is shut forever. There's
that part.
no coming back. I got family members I don't even talk to.
I'm the same way though.
but my mom was like, you're very nice.
Yeah.
And so my thing is I will deal with people and deal because I truly love hard, you know. But once once you do that one thing,
The
that straw
ick,
that
the
breaks the
final
camel
ick.
back, you ain't gotta worry about me no more. Like I will act like you don't exist.
Have you
Period.
heard about the theory? Keep going back until you hate them. Like that's the theory that like it works for me. It might not work for everybody, but it works for me because like you were saying, I give people many a chances because when you're a good person, you want to keep seeing the good in people.
Yeah.
And you overlook their transgressions until you just keep going back until you're like, I hate you. I don't even want to be in the same room as you. I don't want to talk to you. You're blocked. I'm a big blocker. That's my
Heavy
thing.
on block. and I'm a big kick that same energy person.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people feel like just because time has went by, things have just died down. No, 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 no.
Right.
Baby, if I stood on that in 2022, I'm standing on that until I leave this earth.
Right.
Period. Because
Ain't no spinning the block.
ain't no spinning the block.
You should have never
So-
spun.
Yeah, so I'm a firm believer in just like when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. And another thing I had to learn, you know, when I say rejection is God's protection, these people got to leave your life so better people can come.
Right.
Like the friends that I lost, like I don't have no ill will towards them. I don't have no hate towards them. But the friends that I have now, I love them.
Oh yeah, period.
Like I relate to them. They speak life into me. I speak life into them. So I'm like, I didn't have enough room for them other folks.
Right.
So they had to go.
I was catching up with a friend in Dallas the other week, and he was like, "It's crazy because even like through a screen, I can see how much your friends really love you." And I'm like, "That's because I really love them. Like I'm not one of those girls that's like, oh, you know, you met them girls where they have like so much terrible things to say about their friends." And you start to wonder like, do you hate them? Are they really your friends? Like no, like I have a very small set of people.
Yeah.
If you invite me out to a function, I'm most likely gonna roll one deep, maybe two deep if I have a homegirl that's available. But I don't have a lot of friends at disposal to just chill with because I don't believe in that. Like my homegirls y'all are here for the long haul. Y'all are period.
Yeah, when it comes to friends, I don't have a lot. Like, I used to have like a whole bunch of people I could just call. And then I'm just like, it's only like 4 of y'all.
Period.
And it's cool because like I don't have to worry about y'all. Like y'all don't get on my nerves. I don't feel like there's competition. I don't feel like you trying to take my personality.
Period.
Which is you got people like that. Like they don't you think somebody is your friend and they're like I don't even know what you call it. You know how like somebody can admire you but also hate you because they admire you? That's the thing.
Jealousy is just love and hate at the same time. Word of Jizzy.
It ain't a secret. Everybody's so
they're not gonna get what we're talking about. That's why you can't have no podcast with your best friend. You start getting insiders and stuff. But yeah,
what are they talking about?
Let's talk about on the topic the power of female friendships because that's something that a lot of women have never experienced, like true friendships. So I think a lot of times they substitute it with male relationships, and usually those are the women that are stuck in terrible relationships that they don't have anybody to vent to about their terrible spouses because they never prioritized or never learned how to be a true friend to begin with.
A lot of people don't know how to be friends. They know how to be girlfriends. They know how to
be cute and take pictures and go out, but they don't know how to be a staple friend.
But you know what? Everything is up to everybody's interpretation. So a friend to you may be somebody that's just like, oh, we go out, whatever. A friend to me is somebody that's dependable. Yeah. That's like my shoulder to cry on. A friend to me is somebody that I choose to be around. Right. Because I truly love them. Because you pick your friends. You don't pick your family. Right. So all of my friends, I don't consider them friends. They're family. Period. So my friends know that they can call me at any time. I don't care if it's 3:00 in the morning. Alanna, I need you. I'm pulling up.
And she will.
Ask her.
She will at any inconvenience.
Bruh, the shenanigans.
She will be outside, y'all.
I will pull up. It's but that's just me. That's just how I'm wired. And
Yeah.
so as a friend, if I can't get that from you,
Mm.
and I think that's another part where I mess up because sometimes I expect myself from others. And
Yeah.
I had to learn like everybody is not wired like me. But what I do know is I won't be around people that don't have the same qualities as me
Right.
because that's doing me a disservice.
Exactly.
Like if you're not dependable, but I'm a dependable person, why would I want to be around you?
Their standards.
Yeah,
I feel like
different
people
standards.
people go off of vibes
Mm-hmm.
and they're not going off of standards and they're not going off of boundaries. They're going, well, this person's a cool person or I like this person, so I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep dealing with their BS instead of standing on business.
Please, hey,
If you're gonna stand on anything, stand on
and if
business.
it makes you the villain, that is okay. I really, you know what? Everybody wants to be the hero, and no. Sometimes the villain is not really that bad. The villain is somebody that stood on business. That's why I will always love the Joker. He
Yeah.
stood on business. Batman,
Like all that self-sabotaging friendships and relationships, I just feel like I evolved past it so much of like these are my boundaries and if you don't respect my boundaries, then I'm thinking you hate me. If you don't
yeah,
care about how that made me feel to a point where you're not going to do it, that means that you don't give an F about me. You don't give so why would I give an F about you? You'll never talk to me again and I'll be okay with it
yeah.
because at the end of the day you didn't show me that you cared about me.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the 48 laws of power, you're supposed to detest everything that detests you. Everything that doesn't like you, you're supposed to hate it.
Is that your favorite law?
That is one of my favorite laws, like for sure. Is
Mine is crush your enemies totally.
it helps me move it helps me move on from people because I do tend to see the good in people and want to forgive them. Just it's just Christian nature. But then I'm like, no, like that law reminds me that destroy everything that don't like me. And if you're doing something I don't like, you don't like me.
Yeah, I truly believe like the standards that you have for yourself, you should have for others too.
That part.
Because, like I said, if I'm dependable and I'm
Mm-hmm.
loyal and I love my friends, I need that same thing in return. I don't need nobody being weird around me, especially at this age. It's too much going on in my
It's too
life.
much.
It's too much.
It's too much going on to just deal with people's tomfoolery for.
And at this age, right? Because usually you hang around people your age at 28, like, I just don't have time.
I just don't.
I don't. Like, I'm just not interested either.
I feel like I'm very jaded right now. I feel
Jaded.
like I'm very jaded with people, especially men. I'm very jaded with relationships, which I think is a great thing. It's like it's a productive jaded. Like I'm jaded in a sense to like I don't hate men. I don't but because my tolerance is so low with men right now, somebody's gonna have to jump through like crazy hoops. Like my next partner is going to have to be like really him. Like my partner has to be really him because he's gonna have to get down all these, get over all these defenses that I have right now, and like really know that I'm not wasting time. And he got to really apply that pressure.
Period.
So it's everybody can't get in.
Yeah. Especially when you think about the investments you make into yourself.
That part.
Like, yo, go to the gym, try to eat healthy.
My nails done.
My nails not done right now. But it's like you invest so much into yourself that when somebody comes to you and tries to like make your standards go low, it's offensive. I
Yeah.
don't even treat myself like this. Like, why would I let somebody else?
Right.
I've invested so much, bro. I've spent too much money in therapy.
That
I've
part.
spent too much money on my personal trainer. I've spent
Mm-hmm.
too much money on my damn education to be
Period.
sitting here settling. So, why would I listen to anybody that's not up to par? Like, no.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like, yeah, I think we talked a little bit about this the other week too. Is like when you're actively dating, you have to see because clearly not everybody's going to be monogamous, especially in the beginning of cycles. You have to see like their dating pattern. Are the
That's my
people they
problem.
date, are they kind of like me? Like, or what caliber of women are they dating? Like, are they dating women who are on their grind, are have already been through therapy, has already working on healing themselves, work on themselves spiritually, mentally, at the gym like all the time, eating healthy, working on themselves, isolating themselves, because those are your peers. Like we were talking about that. Those are your peers. That's the league that you're in. So not only do I have to worry about is
No,
my
no, no.
partner
He's
doing
trying to
that,
put you in that league because you ain't got to talk to him.
you don't have to
You
talk to
don't
him.
have to talk
Yeah.
to him. But like, because I remember I told someone like I was never your type. You like him dusty, and but like,
You like them dusty. It's crazy.
bro, cause like,
And sometimes
cause like,
they like a little dust.
sometimes, sometimes you're not raggedy enough,
Sometimes
and
you're
that's
not.
okay. But it's like sometimes you gotta look at that because either you can be, and even if you are different, you could be somebody's dream girl or you could be something to do, and you gotta figure that out.
That's something to do.
I'm for real.
Hey,
My
but
daddy
let's
told me
not
about
act
that.
like men get their dream girls and don't fumble them either. Like a lot of times, men don't even think they can get you for real. Whenever they're just spitting their game at everyone and it works on you, like oh crap, now I have this perfect woman that I idealize. I don't know what to do with her, so I'm gonna just do her like everybody else, like So it's you could be a guy's air quote dream girl and not be treated like a dream.
Crackhead energy, bro.
But those are decisions that you make though.
Who?
Just people, everybody. Those are decisions that we make as people. Is like a relationship takes two, you know, and and that's part of growing up is taking accountability. Like I take accountability for all of my crappy situations because I didn't have to deal with that. I didn't have to deal with that. I agreed to it. It was a contract.
My
I didn't
thing
have to do
is,
that.
I
You assign your own value to yourself.
see, but here's the thing, right? Because maybe it's the red flags in the beginning that I ignore, but then again, it's like heavy on you could have just left me alone. So
Oh, they'll
I
never
don't
will
know.
though.
No, but here's my thing though, like
You
because
put
we could,
crack in front of a crackhead, you're gonna be mad at the crackhead, or does the drug dealer get arrested?
the drug dealer does get arrested.
Exactly, because you knew that crackhead was gonna do crack. You knew if you was available to that man, he was gonna do you like that because he's a man.
But my thing is like it be Dr. Jekyll Hyde.
They do.
Dr. Jekyll.
You right on that.
because like people will lay out a red carpet in the beginning
Oh
and
yeah,
just everything's lovely, everything's beautiful, the love bombing is there,
it's a game.
and then it's like
It's a game
you did all this for what? Because like
for fun.
crackhead.
Like,
Crack-
like, listen to this.
crackhead
Listen how,
energy.
listen how men are conditioned, right? Think about things that men enjoy: video games, sports, podcasts. These are all working out. These are all competitive things. These are all games you play. These are all fantasy-based things that they have to manipulate in order to win or train to win. So it's like
Strategy.
it's strategy. So it's like men don't ever women if you see a 9-year-old girl playing with a Barbie, you're gonna ask her what the hell is wrong with her. If you see a 9-year-old boy playing video games or playing games or just something leisure that's not serious, we don't ever chastise men for having playful, childish hobbies. Women, we have to grow up and we have to take things serious and we have to start planning and we have to start taking care of people. Men have the leisure to where like they can keep playing video games till the end of time. And they treat women no different. They're a character, we're a character. They press these buttons that make us react a certain way. Oh yeah, like let me send her some cash apps, let me send her some flowers, let me send her some shoes. I'm a little hurt still. Let me
Yo.
let me send her let me talk to her every waking moment of the day. Let me boost her up with all these positive affirmations because she seems like a positive affirmation girly. They read you. They read you to get to you.
Let
And
me book
then
some
let
trips.
me book some trips because I always see her on a trip. Let me book her. Let me book
And then
some
throw
trips.
it in her face in the end.
Knowing they don't even be like that. Like that's not
Yo,
even something they do. But
and
once
that's
they get you and you profess your love back to them, and they know that now you're devoted. Oh, that was
yo,
easy.
yo.
Next level.
I
Next level, which means next girl.
heavy
Like,
on the trips because like if
I
I
ain't never
if
mad about receiving no trip though. You can think you playing all day long. I'm gonna be on that
that's your
beach,
money.
tanning.
But what you not gonna do is sit here and play with me. Cause baby, I was going on trips before you, and I'm going on trips after you. I'ma still book a flight.
And
I'ma
do.
go.
And we gonna go with our girls.
Period. We was in Jamaica, twerking on the boat. Then we
We
went to
took 3
Mexico.
trips this year. We did Mexico, Jamaica, and Portland.
You sure right.
And we had a ball every single
Indeed.
time with your girls.
Yeah, we've been traveling
The
for a
power
minute.
of friendship. You hear me?
And our trips make it out the group chat. Okay,
And
our trips make it. I can't say.
we still be friends. We still be friends.
Yeah, it
Y'all
don't.
can't even go to Miami without falling out, and that's why y'all go for anything.
Yo, bro, I ain't never again. Somebody went on a trip broke.
Nah, it's not even just like if you going on a trip broke, okay, but to make it miserable for everybody else is crazy.
Bruh, nah, I'm not going to Miami with nobody. Like,
Nah,
I
I
think
heard this
Miami
one story
curse.
about this girl, and she had called me because she had asked me for money while she was out in Miami, and she was like, first of all, why did you not have your ticket back? First of all, she called me mad. I fell out with these girls. Da da da. I just need a loan, a small loan.
With just a small loan.
And at the time, I was like, I had just started to really get on my greasy, so I was like, okay, that little last $300, just give it back. Which, my first mistake, because she never gave it back.
To this day.
To this day.
To this
And then
day.
the thing about people who borrow money, they get so mad when you ask for it back. Like,
You know
not
what?
even on no, like, okay, let's work out some play pay type shit. She was just like, you doing all this for this little $300? You was doing all this for my little $300.
Should have left us stranded.
I should have. She called me, and they wanted to do this and that. I said I could just eat at McDonald's. Girl, long story short, old girl came unprepared to hang out. Like, why would you even go to Miami where you paying $50 a plate, especially if y'all on South Beach? Like, she was there for 48 hours before she had called me to send her ticket back home.
She
In
knew
spring
she
break
didn't-
at that. Like,
She knew she didn't have no money.
and you mad at them because, you know what? But she was another one who didn't have many female friends. Just why?
Sound like you don't know how to be a friend. One thing about me, my friends can call me, Alana, I need this, I need that.
Period.
Cause I don't worry about this type of ghetto stuff. Like if my friend call me and say, Alana, can I have $300? It's sent, and I know they gonna pay me back because I don't hang around trifling people.
Like,
Like,
y'all,
if I
y'all
have
need to
to
work
beg-
this out before y'all even hit Miami soil. Y'all need to work this out. Hey, what are we doing again? Like, not just, so I was just gonna buy my ticket. When were you gonna buy it? Like, when were you gonna get it back? When were you gonna come back home?
She bought a one way.
On
one-
vacation.
Oh, she knew what she was doing.
She was gonna ask one of them girls.
She
And then they
Nah,
end up
because-
fighting and carrying on. And
You got people that will plot on your money. Like
Right.
they'll be like, okay, this person got it, that person got it.
Oh, yeah.
So I know they're gonna come through for me. I'm not dealing with that.
I don't even
If I know
have.
you're like that, I will.
That was my
not
last
surround
broke
myself
friend.
around-
I learned my lesson. If you're not a girl boss, like, you don't have to be the richest girly, but if you're not like a girl who, like, I can see that you're good with you're good with yourself, and you know how to manage money. And usually women who manage money are great friends, right?
Mhm.
Because they're responsible.
Mhm.
And I just don't. And we like to travel. We like to do things. We like to, whenever we go out to eat, we like to eat good.
And do.
And it's like my circle is my vibration. So, just having her in my orbit was already bringing down my vibration. Because I'm like, I got all these bossed up homegirls, and here you are, don't even have a ticket back home from vacation. You need to go.
And you know
Period.
what? Those that can don't, and
That
those
part.
that shouldn't always
Have the audacity.
do. Yeah, because like it's very like I don't sit here and pester my friends about money. Like if you don't have no money, just don't go.
Right.
It is okay to sit it out. It is okay. But what you're not gonna do is make me feel bad because you came on the trip with no money.
My vibe is my tribe.
Like because I understand everybody goes through ups and downs. But what you're not gonna do, and one thing I'm learning is everybody's problem is not my problem. If you came on a trip and you ain't had no money and you didn't, unless like I said I got you, don't assume that because I done heard horror stories about people doing that when they go out to eat.
Yeah.
When they go on a trip.
The birthday dinner stories always get me.
We ain't never had no situation like that.
That's what I'm saying. Your vibe is your tribe. Like, all of my homegirls are on the same vibration as me now, you know, because of one, discernment, boundaries, and maturity. Now I know everybody can't hang, even if they're cool. I got friends I love to death that I will never, I've never talked to them when I cut them off because we're not on the same vibe. But it's like, I know when I go out to eat with my girlfriend, we're ordering apps, we're ordering a fruity drink, like, we're, you know, I mean, we're not, I don't really have any dessert friends, but, you know, we, you know, and then some, not only that, but here's how me and my homegirls operate. Sometimes I got you, sometimes you got me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, not only that, but we treat each other.
We're not looking to get over on each other.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the beautiful thing because you got some people, they will hang out with you. Oh, she got money. So I'm gonna go ahead. Because, and here's another thing I don't like.
I'm screaming.
Don't sit here and count other people's pockets.
Girl.
Like, I'm a firm believer in, like, not being trifling. You got people that are real life trifling.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I will cut you off. Like, if I feel like you trying to get over on me, because I'm already giving, right? Mm-hmm. If my friends need something, I'm never pestering them about money. Or, like, if I want to do something that's out of the kindness of my heart. But if I know you're the type to want to get over, I'll get the hell away from you.
I think it's just like, I think that's why, like, women who don't have these kind of friendships, like I was talking about with, you know, and not only that, but from the outside looking in, men think that, so here's something we always get hit with as career-driven black women in our mid to upper 20s. This is what we always get hit with. When are you gonna get a man? Like, you're gonna get old. Because you're gonna need a husband one day.
Because, like, okay, so
I have great friends.
I love my family. I come from a very close-knit family. And, like, I come from a very close-knit family. So, like, getting a man is cool. I love it. But, like, I hate people that feel like having a man is the end-all, be-all. And these are usually women that have not accomplished much in life. Like, I'm not going to say any names, but there's been times I've been approached and it's like, oh, well, you know, you don't have any kids, you don't have this. Okay, but baby, I've traveled the world. I've touched places on this earth that a lot of people are not touching. I have a degree. I do what I want. I can leave right now and be okay.
Period.
You can't. You're limited. And I don't ever want a life where I am limited because of another person. And I also know that, like, why would I give up my 20s and I'm not secure? Like, there's so much stuff that I want to do in my life that I just don't see myself, like you said, unless it's like somebody that's just, hey,
pressure's on.
Yeah. But, like, I'm not finna sit here and put my life on hold for nobody because then that makes me wonder, do you even care about me?
Alanna, you don't know how to get a man. Do you want to know? Do you want me to teach you how to get a man?
No.
Y'all listen closely. Do y'all want to know how to get a man?
Child.
Open a door. Keep the door open until he walks in. Close the door. That's how you keep a man, like a stray dog. Do you just leave some food by the door? He smells the food. You give some cooch. He has a plate of food. He got, and then make sure you have a nice bed, a nice pillow for where he could sleep. And then tell him he ain't gotta, he could go 50-50 with you.
50-50?
That's how you keep a man. It doesn't take any effort. It doesn't take anything. Does that mean that man's gonna be faithful to you? No. Does that mean he's gonna spoil you? No. Does that mean he's gonna be everything social media tells you is supposed to be the ideal man? Heck no. But it's not hard to get a man. So whenever people try to knock career-driven black women or career-driven women, period, with scaring you with the y'all have a time limit. Like, you have a time limit to where you can have kids and you're only going to be fruitful for so long. All I needed to do was just keep a man. Like, keeping a man's not hard. I want a quality experience, therefore I'm going to wait for a quality experience.
First of all,
be effing for real.
First of all, because, recently this guy told me, because, we was in Jamaica twerking on a boat. Okay. This guy, no passport, hasn't left the country, told me, okay, if I see a woman twerking on a boat, she's not wife material. I said,
you wouldn't even be there to see.
So we're going to get to that. So I said, okay, it's just, twerking is cultural. I want people to stop being so negative about it, because when other people that don't look like us do it, it's cute, but it came from us. But anyways, he starts, misogyny or whatever. And I'm just like, if I want to twerk on a boat, I'm gonna twerk on a boat. And then he was like, well, if you keep doing that, you're gonna be 52 and single, twerking on a boat. Okay.
That sounds fun.
Let me tell you something. If I'm 52 and single and I'm twerking on a boat, just know I own it. At that point, if I'm 52 and single and I'm twerking on a boat, I own it. And then I said, it doesn't matter, because I don't see you in the same places as me. Babe, you don't even have a passport. You don't even have global entry. I'm not
playing these child games with you.
I'm not even waiting in lines, bro. Like, you don't even hit up the airport. You've never even been assigned a terminal. Leave me alone.
But that's the thing, though. Like, we've conditioned women to think that we have a biological clock that's going to expire the moment we hit 25. And we condition men to, oh no, men can procreate until they die, not knowing that there's an equal chance of having birth defects from having children with an old man than it is having a children with an old woman. There's both risk factors in both, but they only advertise the risk factors in being an older woman and conceiving, because it tricks us out of establishing our own life, independence, friendships before we choose to settle down with the right person. Keyword, right person. It's not like, if the person who, blew our worlds came, that we wouldn't, take on the wife role. But I'm not going to sit here and settle for, just for the sake of saying that
I got a man.
I need to get married and have children by a certain age. I'm not subscribing to that, and we don't have to anymore.
And my thing is, right, I'm doing everything I want right now. So when I'm actually settled down, because I do want to get settled down, like, I'm not a man hater. It's just, when I get settled down, I will be happy, because I know I've done everything that I wanted to do.
Right. Like, this is the first generation. This is like the first and second generation of women who, our grandmothers, our ancestors, were not living alone. They didn't have their own careers that they can live alone. Most of the time, they had already had kids by the time they were our age. This is their first time where they have autonomy. They're able to have bank accounts, big bank accounts now. We're able to buy our own designer items. We're able to go vacation with our girls.
You are the rich man.
Like, we're able to do everything that we dreamed of whenever we were children.
Mm-hmm.
We get to live this, like, fabulous life, and we have people telling us, like, it's time to settle down. No, I'm living my ancestors' wildest dreams. My great-grandmas didn't have this privilege to figure out who they were because they were too busy sacrificing for the whole family.
Yeah. And I stay away from people that try to make me feel bad when I'm having kids right now, because that is straight up pick me behavior. And honestly, I feel like, God has a path for everyone. And if it was meant for me to settle down right now, I'd be in the house with some children and a man. But
being but for real though, being male focused in your 20s is the worst place you can be, is to be male focused in your 20s.
I don't.
Like, men are just supposed to be like, okay, if you want to take me out, if you want to take me on trips, if you want to spoil me, great. If you want to actually pull out some commitment, yeah, we can date. But at the end of the day, like, my career, things that you can't take from me, my degree, my career,
My
my
experiences.
friends, my self esteem, all of these things you can't take from me after a certain point. So the worst, my advice to women who were like me when I was a teenage girl and in my early 20s is like, stop being relationship focused.
Yeah.
When you aren't male centered, have a conversation with women who aren't male centered and see how lit the conversation is. See how at
Seriously.
peace these women are.
Like that's why I say like I truly thank God for my mom because she said none of this matters.
Right.
Like guys in high school they don't matter. Guys in college they don't matter. Cause in my mind when I was in college, I was focused. I was like, girl, just going to be a doctor. Why?
Because it makes the
Like
dating pool so much better. That way,
and
whenever you got your money, you can date who you want to, not who's going to take care of you.
yeah, you date who you want. But also I look back and I'm like, I thank God that I was like really, really focused in college. They couldn't pull me away from my books.
Couldn't.
I listen. I would be at the library till 5 a.m. Then go to work. Like I was on my grind, and I just thank God for that because when I was able to sit down and focus, I didn't let no man ruin what I got going. I know some girls that have dropped out because men ruined their lives
Yeah.
in college, and for the life of me, I couldn't see that for me.
Mm-hmm.
I would be sad, but I'm still going to class.
Right.
Like
My mom said she always wanted to be a prosecutor, and then she got pregnant with me. And not that I'm like, not that she's not happy now that I'm here, but
I could see her doing that.
I know, which is probably why I took on law.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which is ironically, I'm living out my ancestors' dreams. And it's just things that because, I chose to lead a certain, make myself the center of my universe,
Mm-hmm.
I'm reaping the benefits of that.
Right.
But yes. So yeah, Alana, let us know where we can find your upcoming projects and a little bit about
Okay,
you know the
so
drill.
oh yeah, I gave my Instagram. So you can follow me, my personal account at Giselle Blue, Gisselle Blue on Instagram. And you can follow my media productions page, A Ronnie's Productions, ARONEICE Productions at on Instagram. It'll be a green picture. It's my favorite color. And media is coming soon. I'm gonna start posting the behind the scenes from when I did Sugar, and then more is to come. I just can't tell y'all everything because
Go and blow up her page. She just created this page. It's a brand new
got
page.
to.
So hype her up, y'all. Okay, everyone. Well, that was today's episode of the Healing Hour. Thank you so much. Bye bye.